Hey everyone, Mark here with DIY Wise. Today we're going to do a quick air filter change on my 2019 Ram 1500 Laramie Longhorn. We're going to go over why I picked this one and why I believe it's the best. In order to do this, you're going to need a few tools. You're going to either need a regular screwdriver or a Phillips bit. And there's also a hex head on here. For the hex head, I have a 10mm socket with a 3/8 drive adapter and an impact driver. So first off, you can see here, there's some screws right here, bolts, whatever you want to call them. They have hex heads on them, where you can use a socket, or you can use a Phillips, or you can use a flathead regular. There's 1, 2, 3, and then the same on the other side there. So let's get these removed here first. Alright, so like I said, I have a 10mm socket you're going to need. If you want to do it this way, it's the easiest. A 3/8 drive adapter and an impact driver. Alright, so we got those bolts loosened. We're simply going to lift this up here. It's got the flex hose. We're going to pull the old one. This is a little tight in here. I tried getting out with my hands, so I gotta get a screwdriver in there just to pry it out. There we go. Take this out. See what we look like here. Honestly, doesn't look too bad. There's some leaves in there. If you look at the pleats, it doesn't look too bad at all, honestly. We're still gonna change it here though. I try to change mine every oil change. If you look in there, there's some dirt. I mean, it's not terrible. All right, let's take a look inside the filter box. There's some leaves and debris in there. I'm gonna get a vacuum and suck that out of there real quick. So I chose the Purolator 1 filter for my particular truck. It's an A35462 if you have the 2019 Ram 1500. I got it on Amazon. At the time of this video, it was $20. I chose this particular filter because the number of pleats it has. There's a lot of pleats, and the more pleats you have, the more filtration you have. I also did a lot of studying on the internet and found out that the Purolator 1, it is pretty much the best, or one of the best, at filtering small particles. It let the least amount of particles in compared to other filters that are out there on the market. There's some expensive like K&N filters, and I mean, you have to oil those, upkeep, maintain those, and they filter nowhere near out the material that this filters through. And I don't want that garbage getting in my engine and messing it up. So I chose this particular filter. It's a heavy duty Purolator 1, like I said. The number of pleats. It has the 2 supports here to keep the pleats separated. This also optimizes the airflow to your engine. If you compare it to other ones, it's on the higher rating also. When you look at everything else, I consider this the best one to choose for my Ram 1500. Let's go ahead and get this installed back in here. Alright, so like I said, this is a pretty simple process. We got that vacuumed out. Simply put this back in here, make sure the pleats are in there good. Make sure that's all squared up in there. Push it down in there, make sure it's seated good. Line the bolts back up. Alright, so we got that lined up. And go ahead and just snug these in there, make sure they all start real quick. Just make sure you don't cross thread them. All right, I got them all started here. We'll get them snugged down. All right, and that's it. It's a pretty simple project for anyone to do. You just need a few tools and a little know-how. This is Mark with DIYs. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.